Hello, everyone. Welcome to the first 30 of the Funky Panther. As you know, the first 30 of the Funky Panther here on YouTube is going to be us just shooting the shit, catching up on what we've been up to this past week or whatever. Hopefully you caught our last episode. We posted it at Gusto's. We were live. We were able to post it afterward. Had a wonderful time with Johnny. But yeah, that's about it. So be with us, hang out, shoot the shit for 30 minutes, and then we're going to get into the actual episode around 8:30. Yeah. We have got Kevin here with us, finally. We've been talking about it for years, I feel like, at this point, right?
Yeah. Solid 3+.
When was the first time we had met? I think it was around South by time, wasn't it? Like whenever you performed and we were also at South by?
So that was when I met the collective. I met you before all of them. Yeah. I was telling Skylar before we came in, I was like, I got some stories for the guys. But it's funny because I remember I met you at Tulips.
Okay, yeah.
I don't remember whose show it was, but I met you at Tulips, and they're like, oh, he's got this podcast, and yada, yada, yada. And I'm just like, oh, cool. I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but all right, let's rock. And then so we started talking. I was like, nah, I fucks with Chad. Like, he's cool. And then, like, we seen each other so frequently after that.
Yeah, Nickel City or Tulips. You were always out. I was always out.
Yes, literally all the time. But I remember when I was doing the Godbold music thing, and then the first time you saw me introduce myself to somebody as Kevin, you were like, what? He's got a name? He's got a real name?
You mean that's not his government name?
Right.
I thought it was God-Bold. I didn't.
Well, actually, that's the funny thing. I kind of hit the name lottery. So, like, my name is Kevin Tyrone Godbold. So, Godbold music was, in fact, actually, like, my name. But then so was Kevin Tyrone. So
it works out. It all just
dubs all around.
What?
Yeah.
So that all of this has been you?
Yeah, it's me. All of it. This just felt more me than anything else.
I like it. I like it. So why the tilde over the E? Why is it not Tyroné? Tyroné.
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 Yeah, so I told you I'd tell you the story. So the story is I asked my grandma because I am actually a junior.
Okay.
So I asked my grandma because she named my pops, obviously, and the story behind it held so little substance. I was almost annoyed at the fact that this was my name. I was like,
and now you have to deal with it.
Yeah. I was like, all right, Grandma. So can you give me the story behind my name? I'm like all excited about it. Like she's gonna give me like some like grandiose thing or whatever. And she's just like, yeah. So my younger sister liked this guy in the neighborhood. His name was Tyrone, and I was like, so I'm named after the fine nigga in the neighborhood. Like what? That's crazy. Like that's it. That's the extent of my name. There's no way, Grandma. Like I'm not telling anybody else that's the real story. You gotta give me something better. So yeah. So I'm literally just named after some dude that her little sister liked.
So you never tracked down the dude. You never tracked him down to see.
I'm sure at this point Tyrone, whichever one he went by, is probably long gone by now. Or either he's like 85 plus. So it's like I have no clue, but. Yeah, I wish I had a greater story. Like
he's probably still slinging it around. You know what I mean? Like doing his thing.
he's on the nursing home beat.
He is the guy in the nursing home.
He's just that dude, man.
It's ridiculous. We got some people in the chat already. What's up, Jennifer? What's up, Teresa? Aaron, how are y'all doing? Yeah, Teresa was like, y'all better talk about Amplify 817 a little bit because you are an Amplify 817, one of the many great Amplify 817 artists. So let's get into what we've been up to this past week. Why don't you start, Javier?
Sunday we went, me and Lance, my homie from the other pod, Ball Bag. We went to.
Did you forget your other podcast?
I did for a bit.
Holy shit!
I'm kidding. We went to the Dallas Wings game against Phoenix. It was our first one going to that. We've been to College Park before. I've been once, but it's really cool. I think the atmosphere is pretty sick. There was a good amount of people there. I want to say like at least like half of that arena was filled, and they had a cool sneaker event. They had people like selling shoes, just pretty sick. And they had a little spot where they have a sneaker program in Oak Cliff where they collect shoes and give them out.
Oh, okay.
Which I follow on the Texas sneaker TSA on Facebook.
Texas Sneaker Coalition.
Yeah,
that's what I believe it is. I don't know, I'm making
Assembly.
it up.
Yes.
Assembly.
And so they had a program out where they had kids design shoes, and they were all cool. But the coolest one that I saw, which I need to post because I took a bunch of pictures, was like an Air Force One with a Loteria print, like around the entire shoe, and then had like a rose on the tongue. and it was really fucking cool. And I was like, yo, are these for sale? Like, what the hell? Can I buy them? And they're like, no, we're, doing this like contest and all that stuff to see who has the best pair. And by far, that was the coolest one. It even came with a little loteria card where it had like the different types of sneakers, like not that were there, or maybe it was for you to play to like knock off which ones you see, because a lot of people were wearing their nice kicks. I was wearing my Jordan 4 SBs, and I was like, I wish I was playing, but it had like a bunch of Air Maxes. What else did they had? Some Air Forces, a couple of special pairs, but
we got to see if we can have a couple of pairs of borracho made as the loteria card, like for the three of us.
Fuck.
Like borracho, like
yeah, they're pretty sick,
guy
man.
just drinking. You know what I mean? That'd be fun.
But we got pretty lit. We got hammered over there. The homeboy Zach. He's a coach. He's an assistant coach with the Wings. So it was really cool and entertaining watching him like coach.
Is he the one that like does videography too?
No.
Okay, there's another basketball dude that does videography, but he actually coaches too. So I was wondering if it was the same guy. But
No, it'd be cool if he did. But he's we went to school with him. He's a Castleberry alumni.
Yep.
And he came up in the ranks, and he signed on officially as like a long-term coach for this past season. So
salute.
Shout out to you, Zach. Other than that, ended the night over at Nickel. Had a McRib over there for the first time. This shit was bomb.
Yeah.
Bro,
I had one the other day. It
Bro,
was,
I tell you what, I was so drunk. I enjoyed it. And I thank God I didn't drive home.
dude, I was sober and I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It was good.
And then we had some tots. And that shit was fire. But no, it was cool hanging out with him, man. And I'm trying to think of what else. Mavs, come on, bro. Mavs got to do better.
Let's not talk about that right now.
That's pretty much.
I was hurting watching that.
It's hurting for a squirt.
It
He
was bad.
was.
Yeah, it was.
Constantly.
Yes.
Constantly this man's hurting for a squirt.
But yeah, no, that's pretty much sums up. I mean, I got work going on. Work staying busy. Pops is in Italy, living it up right now. So it's just
Nice.
holding
I
down
hear
the fort.
he's not allowed to come back. I think he's stuck there.
Probably. Yeah, I'm sure he would
Said,
love it
you,
though.
sir, are an Italian citizen now.
He's like, give me more
he
spaghetti.
wishes. I feel like he would love it, just like never come back.
He
Oh, yeah,
sounds really
with-
relaxed. I
With
mean,
his love for the finer things in life,
Yeah,
watches and all that fun
he's
stuff,
like,
belts.
we went to the Vatican today. It was great. Did a lot of stuff. Did a lot of walking.
Did you drink the holy water? You gotta drink the holy water.
Is that a thing? Drink holy water?
I don't think you're supposed to drink the holy water.
I think it's filled with hand
I may have
germs.
drank a little holy water.
Yeah.
I think that's what.
It was actually right before that happened
Yeah,
too.
that's
so
what I'm saying.
Too
I
many
think
Ultra
I
Boy
think-
hands
is
back
that what
in that
caused
water.
the tongue cancer?
I believe you. I believe you pissed God off.
Yeah.
That's why you got that half tongue, baby boy.
Wow. Okay. Well,
All right, sorry.
Don't drink the holy water. Man.
Yeah.
Ouch.
You might want to let your dad know. Don't do it. He's
Okay.
gonna come back with cancer.
I'll
You could
text him.
bathe. You could bathe in it. That's
What time
fine.
is it right now over there? It's like 7 hours ahead, so he's asleep. It's fine. And then we, did Father's Day with my girlfriend's family, early Father's Day. So we went out to Granbury. It's pretty cool. Just chilled. That's pretty much it.
Awesome.
Old Big H over there.
Big A, that's a fucking shit. That's what her grandma thinks my name starts with an H. So she calls me.
Yeah, ha.
She's like, can I call you Big H? I'm like, well, because I asked her, I'm like, I was like, what do I call you? And she's like, you can call me Grandma. I'm like, okay, Grandma.
Right.
And she's like, can I call you Big H? I'm like, yes, ma'am. You can call me Big H.
Wow.
She's that handsome man coming around. I'm like, yes,
Yes, he
Grandma.
is.
He's
Not me.
gotta-
It's- She's not talking about you, right? She's
She's
talking about.
she's talking
She's
about
talking about you,
me.
the handsome H man.
It's weird that she's asking you
Nice.
if the
Crazy.
handsome man's coming around.
Right.
Like,
That's where I got confused.
Bro, she gets so happy when she sees me. Like I'm sure she's like, goddamn kids. And then she sees me, and I bring a little flavor. All that white.
gotta get a little brown in there.
That's right.
Yeah.
In that Trump family over there. But
Christ.
She's gonna kill you.
good. They're good fam. They're good people. All of them are good people. All of them are
However,
good people.
no.
no. It's funny being over there though. It's pretty cool.
Awesome.
However, they call me Big H. I don't know.
So, Kevin, what have you been up to this past week, man?
Work, kids, obviously working on music. Grind never stops there. Ready for my next release, which we'll probably talk about in a bit.
Yeah, we will.
And dealing with, you can't see her on the other side of this TV here, but my oldest and her shenanigans,
Yeah.
preteens.
Yeah, school's out and
They're
everything.
the worst.
You got the summer though. The whole summer.
Right, definitely got the whole summer. Nah, it's actually been kind of cool.
We just gotta get her a job. That's all.
Yes. Yeah, good luck with that. No, I've just been doing a lot of hanging out with her, but then also literally, like I said, just continuing to work on the craft, man. Like, I know it sounds cheesy, but there's so much cool shit that happens on a regular basis that it's fun to write about and, ultimately end up singing about. So that's just kind of been the focus.
Nice.
The life imitates the art, absolutely.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You been anywhere cool recently? Check out new restaurants, bars, see some good movies.
So crazy you ask. I'm a huge movie fan. Like going to the movies physically, not just sitting around and watching one at the house, but like physically getting up and going to the movies is something that I don't know. It's just one of my joys. I love doing that. I'll go by myself. I'll go, with friends, family, anything along those lines, just to get out and go to a movie. So seeing all these movies start getting recirculated so that people can see them for the first time in theaters, just warms my heart, man. So I love that. So yeah, I've actually seen a ton of movies. Yesterday specifically, AMC does these things called Screen Unseen, where basically you don't know what the movie is. You just know the rating.
Shit.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And it's and you go into the theater and you sit down and you're just hoping that it's not something crappy.
Oh, we gotta do this, man.
That sounds
it's
awesome.
$5 too, so it's actually not that bad, man. So like they do it Mondays at 7, and so I took this one yesterday and they showed a movie called Thelma. And it's about this like 93-year-old lady who like basically is like inspired to go on this witch hunt to get her money back after she was scammed. And it's like picture.
I'm gonna look this up.
No, seriously, but the movie's adorable. So like she like gets a call, somebody's pretending to be her grandson, says that he's in trouble. And then they they tell her like, I need you to send $10,000 here, and she literally grabs $10,000 in cash, goes to the fucking post office, mails it to these people, and then finds out that it's not that and it's a scam. And she's like, I want my money back. And so she goes all Tom Cruise Mission Impossible.
Bro, that happened to my dad, only he didn't get the money out.
No way.
Dude, so I was at work and I was teaching, and so at the time with our new hires and stuff, and so I couldn't answer my phone. Well, somebody called my dad and was like sniffling and making all sorts of weird, noise or whatever, and like said, Dad, and all that, and said he was in a car accident, he's being arrested, and all this stuff, right? And then shortly thereafter, like my dad tells my mom, my dad calls my sister, gets all the family involved, right? Then the attorney calls, and they're wanting they said I hit an FBI agent, did all this crazy stuff. And they're wanting, bail money. And I think they wanted at first, it was like something like they were asking for like $10,000, So my bail was set at $100,000. Mm-hmm. And my sister, dude, shout out to her. Shout out to my sister. She was making things happen and pulling money out. I mean, so if I'm ever in trouble, she's gonna take care of it.
Your family's got you.
But nobody thought to call me. They texted me. One person texted me, and that's it. Nobody thought to call me. And so I'm leaving work, and I'm walking outside, and I call my girlfriend like I normally do. I'm like, hey, I'm on my way home. And she's like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I was laughing. She's like, no, like, seriously, you're okay? I'm like, yeah. You didn't go to the hospital? No. You didn't get arrested? No. And then she's like, trying to get everybody's attention. It's a scam. My sister was they were sending a courier to pick up money from her. Like, we were that close to, like, she was losing money.
That is wild. That's literally like the story. That's so close to the story of this movie. So I don't know if you should watch it because it might be very triggering.
I thought it was funny. Like this whole time, I was like, I'm sitting there.
You did. Your family was freaking out.
My family was freaking out. But first,
Jesse was freaking out. She called me. I was freaking out.
I know. I told them whenever I got home, I was like, first off, because they said I told the police that maybe I had been a little sick and I'd taken some cough syrup or something. And that's what it was, because I tested a blue hot on a DUI or whatever. And I said, first off, I don't talk to the cops. If I get pulled over, I ain't talking. Keep my mouth shut.
Smart man.
Second thing, I ain't blowing either. I'm not going to do a field sobriety test, and I ain't blowing. They're going to have to get my blood.
We both done with that part's not true.
Yeah. I was like,
first part might be true. That part is not.
No diddy.
But I was like, y'all should know me better than that. And it was a big thing, man. And I bring it up every once in a while because I think it's funny. They
That is
get all
wild.
triggered about it. But
Yeah, so that's the movie, I guess.
No,
Yeah.
literally, they just stole your story.
I lived that movie.
They do it a lot. Like a lot of people got from that.
But
whole
I said
scheme.
it once on the podcast.
Yeah.
I wonder if I've got a case now.
What?
Like, can I sue?
No.
Who you
This
gonna
happens
sue?
all the time. These people get people all the time.
Yeah, but this was my story.
Are you a 95-year-old woman? Like, I don't understand.
No,
Like-
my dad is close to that though. I mean, I'm just saying, you know.
Got it.
Anywho, what else have you been watching other than this? This seems like a really cool thing that you can go out and do. I had no idea it was.
It's
a
like
thing.
movie roulette. I like the
Yeah.
concept.
It's 100% movie roulette, and it's actually really cool. I've only been, disappointed in the movie one time because it was like an anime movie. But aside from that,
Oh man, that's which one was it?
I don't know. Who cares?
Oh man, that hurt.
wow.
but like,
Javier's a huge anime fan.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Sir. I'm sorry, Big H.
that's why.
No, but I don't remember what it was. It was something about a family. So does that ring a bell? I don't know. Some family.
There's a lot of family stuff.
Yeah.
Something about Olive Garden, when you're here, your family.
That one. That's it. Whatever she said.
Oh yeah, I love that one. That one's Spy Family. It's the one me and Lance were. I go to a lot of conventions and we were like, "Yo, man, it's kind of weird that everybody's dressing up like this little girl." I was like, "You need to stop doing that."
Oh yeah.
But it's a cute show. It's adorable.
Nothing
It's an
good.
adorable movie.
Yeah.
Or show. I've never seen the movie.
All right.
Tim, paint that picture.
I mean,
of-
should we just go? Okay, since you're a movie guy, let me paint a picture for you. Imagine a time when there was no TV guide. You only got limited channels on the TV. You're flipping through it. You come to that one movie. It's playing. It doesn't matter where it's at in the movie. It could be the first 5 minutes. It could be like the last 5 minutes, or it could be right in the middle. You're gonna stop and you're gonna watch that movie. What is that movie?
Oh, that could be anything, man. But let's just pick one. Coneheads.
Coneheads?
Hell yeah.
That's
I
my
haven't seen
shit.
that one in a while.
Coneheads is fire. For the longest time, whenever I would tell people that's my favorite movie, they'd be like, "Huh?" It's like, no, really, it's my favorite movie.
It's a weird one to be a favorite, but I mean,
It is
I like
the
it,
best
yeah.
worst movie ever.
That needs to be a gummy night for me soon. Like, we've been watching really good, bad, old, funny, whatever movies.
Yeah.
That seems like a perfect pick.
Oh, yeah.
for that.
Absolutely, do that.
It's gonna
Yes.
it's gonna fuck with your head.
Absolutely. And then if you want to take it next level, watch The Wiz.
The Wiz, like
Yes.
Michael Jackson, The Wiz.
Oh yeah, watch The Wiz. Shroomed up or on some gummies or something.
Dude,
yeah,
I
you're
just
gonna
watched,
go
Maybe that
nuts.
time.
I watched Swiss Army Man.
That movie's fire.
It's weird, man.
It is,
It's
but-
watch that one.
I don't even know what that is.
It's got Harry Potter, whatever his name is,
Daniel
Radcliffe.
Yeah. He's a body that this guy's stranded on a desert island, and this body can just he washes up the shore and he sees it, and he's able to do all sorts of stuff. It helps him survive.
He's literally a human.
It's a human Swiss Army knife. It literally can do everything.
what?
Yes.
Yeah, watch it,
It was a
What-
It was a
but-
serious role.
but watch it. Watch it
On-
on something.
Yeah.
He's like, I've already
Altered
done all the Harry
minds.
Potter shit.
Dude, I
gotta
can
do
tell you
this.
straight up, if I was on like mushrooms or something like that, dude, this would mess me up bad.
Not that you do anything like that.
But if you were wanting to do a little bit of Delta or something like
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
I think you'd probably you'd find it really funny.
I find a lot of things funny as is.
You would have the giggles, man. You would be.
Well,
you'd be
you
all
know
about
me
that.
and those
Yeah,
giggles.
I know, man.
All right, Tim, what have you been up to this past week?
Well, I just want to tell a story real quick. I've been working a lot. Got a lot of stuff going on, but I want to tell
Story
the
time,
story.
boys.
So we got a new hire class going on at work and everything, and I'm up there doing my thing. And after on break, this new employee, she comes up and she's like, "Hey, I got a question. It's not about anything that we've been talking about. It's a random question." I'm like, "Okay." And she says, Did you used to hang out at the chat room on Magnolia?" And I'm like, kind of looking at her, I'm like, "Okay, where's this gonna go?" Because yes, And she's like, she just says, "Oh, we used to talk," and left it at that. Okay, yeah, you got your eyes perked up. I did the same thing. I was like, "We used to talk." What do you mean we used to talk? And so I'm doing the math in my head because I'm trying to figure out what time frame, right? Because there was a time period right after my divorce,
Where you got pregnant, and it could have been hers.
and it could have been hers. No,
I've had that happen.
there was a
before.
time frame right after my divorce that I was like a chat room and stuff, talking people up, everything, and that was kind of where my life was, right? And then there was after I got in a relationship with Jesse that I'd go to the bar or whatever every once in a while, and I'd be friendly and just chat, literally chat with people
At the chat room.
at the chat room or at Boiled Owl or whatever. Come to find out, it wasn't the first one. It was the latter, which I was like, I was worried though, because I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, did I do something and I don't remember? Like, who's this girl?
Oh boy.
Yeah. So that's how my week.
Come to find out, you didn't.
Come
It was
to find out,
literally
it was
just
literally
we talked.
just talking. But it was literally that that statement like, oh yeah, we used to talk.
Yeah, it's kind of messed up.
Yeah, why be so ominous about it?
Right? It's like if someone came on the podcast and then 3 years later it's like, hey, we used to talk. It's like, well, you came on the podcast one time. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I was confused by it.
That's
man.
a weird way of saying it.
It was weird.
She's just trying to get in your head.
We've talked before.
Yeah, I think it was.
There was a time we had a conversation.
I think it was literally just like fucking with me.
I think so.
Other than that,
She could see it too. If
yeah.
your eyes were
Oh,
like,
dude.
"Duh,"
Dude, I was like,
she immediately knew that.
And then
it's
I
like-
said, "Small world," you know. It's weird. Here
she
you
set
are.
off an alarm.
It was seriously. I mean, it was like one of those things. Like, I mean, you know, whenever you like you're single and you're out there ready to mingle, and you're just going like talking to everybody,
Just talking to anyone and everyone. yeah.
anybody and everyone. You know, things happen sometimes, and I was concerned that now I've got this person that I don't remember have any recollection of.
Is your middle name also Tyrone? Because it sounds like you're out there.
You were the guy too.
It was
You're
just
the guy on your block.
It was just for a very brief period of time, you know,
Okay.
hitting up that Tinder life and all that stuff.
Got you.
Yeah, other than that, just, you know, doing normal work stuff. I bought a new lawnmower. I felt pretty happy about that. That's how you know you're getting old.
That's exciting.
It was like my lawnmower broke and I needed to get a new one, so I went out and bought a new
Did you
one.
get electric?
I did,
Oh,
Yes.
nice.
but I got the Ego.
Now you got me
I
interested.
got one of those Ego ones. Dude, the battery's like it weighs like 5 pounds and the thing's like it's huge. But got that, and the other thing that I found out is now that I'm an older man, just getting out of bed sometimes hurts you.
Yeah.
Dude, I've been dealing with this ankle thing. I'm actually gonna have to go to the doctor about it. I
Get like an X-ray or something.
dude, I don't
Like-
know, man. I go and I'll get up sometimes, and as soon as and it's no warning.
It's been a while now, right?
Yeah, it's literally no warning. I can put my foot down and then stand up and put weight on it. And I immediately have to come off the foot or I'm gonna go down to the ground. So I have no idea what's going on there. I haven't done anything. It didn't get hurt. Didn't do anything. It was going on before. So what? So I know it wasn't from that. And it just. I have no idea, man.
You getting enough calcium, dude? I mean,
Dude, I've bumped up the vitamin D and yeah. Got these vitamin D gummies. Dude, I've embraced all this stuff, you know, and I go to the doctor regularly and all that, but man, I don't know what's going on. Just
Wow.
old.
wow.
It's an exciting life as a 38-year-old man here.
You heard it first
Going
here
on
on the first 30,
70.
everyone. It got real boring real quick. Lawnmowers and ankle sprains.
Old as fuck, dog.
Old as fuck.
Chad,
Yeah, man.
we always know that you're up to something. Did you actually have anything going on?
I did things this weekend. I don't remember what I did Friday. I don't remember. I know that. I do remember what I did. Sarah and I kind of like left work a little bit early, and we're like, hey, let's just work from wherever we're gonna go.
It's nice.
Yeah, and so I was working from home. She was working from home, so we kind of went out a little bit early. Popped around drinking. I don't even remember where we went. And then we met my parents at Riata because this is the last month for Riata.
Yeah,
the
last
place
month,
it's at.
which we're gonna try to go sometime. Maybe Jesse wants to do a date night, so I'm thinking maybe like the next payday.
Yeah, there you go. And Sarah had never been on like the rooftop, like up there, so
That's
we just ate up there.
It's the best place.
Yeah, it's beautiful. The food was great, of course, as always. And then that was it. And then Saturday, did a bunch of shit throughout the day, but then went over to Juan over from Osos Goloso's house party, which that shit was wild.
I heard.
It was not just a house party.
No.
Have you met Juan from Osos Goloso's? No.
Probably not, but if I have, sorry, Juan.
There's plenty of ones.
I'm
so
sure.
it's-
Yeah, he's not the only Juan. So the only one. Sorry. So
See what you did there?
so went over to his house. It wasn't really like I thought it was a housewarming, and I get up to the house. I'm like, I've been here before. It's the same house. They just completely redid it.
Yeah, they
Like,
remodeled
it's
it, yeah,
beautiful.
yeah.
And his girls live in there now too, which is cool. And so it's his housewarming party, and the whole backyard is just full of his family and stuff like that. And so it's just like music, bounce house, I think, like just this.
It's a Mexican party. It's a
big
Mexican
Mexican
party.
backyard
Yeah.
party,
Yeah,
right?
you know.
That's what it is. brought me back to the good old days.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
We drafted Chad in the Mexican. Oh,
haven't done that
the race draft. We drafted Chad the Mexican side like maybe 18 years ago.
When was the last time you had a Modelo then?
Well, I mean, Saturday, but before that. So
then you pass.
thank you.
It's like, how do you use mouthwash? I use Modelo.
Yeah. So housewarming party, and then he's like, "Hey, I want to show everyone this trip video from Tulum," which they opened this new airport up in Tulum, and they went through that airport. They didn't have to go to Cancun, and it was beautiful. He also got this Airbnb that was on like the pool, and then the water was right behind it. And he sent me the Airbnb because I was like, I'm gonna go to Tulum and stay at this fucking place. It was like three or four bedroom, good for a pretty decent sized
get a
group.
day pass at a resort. Yeah.
And like all in all, if you were to fly to Tulum and then stay at this Airbnb, it'd probably be about $600-700 a person, which is pretty damn good. You got to fend for yourself when it comes to food and alcohol, but you got your own place on the ocean. Like, come on. Yeah, I know. Just kind of go order 100 tacos, bring them back, put them in the fridge, and you're good for the whole week. You know what I mean?
That's kind of racist, but I mean, there's more than just tacos.
Can you tell us what more?
Yeah, like, chilaquiles, or there's like,
The way you said that. Chilaquiles.
That's right, man. The beater in me is making it say it. Come on, dog.
I love it. No, I know. You can get food and alcohol and whatever. It'd be pretty cheap. And so he's showing this video, and all of a sudden he shows, everyone knows now, so I'm not, no spoiler alert, but he proposed to his girl there in Tulum. And so no one at the party knew except for like real close family. And so everyone's freaking out because they're realizing at the same time as, everyone else. And so then it was that party. So it was a housewarming, and then I was about to leave. I'm like, it's getting pretty late. I'm going to head home. Then it was engagement party. So I sat back down. I was like, okay. I was about to get up and head home. And then it was her birthday party today. Happy birthday, by the way, Tuesday. And so it was also going to be a birthday party. So it was like this trifecta of party situation. And it was fun. It was crazy. It was. Yeah. I was like, the only thing we're missing is a birth
or a baptism.
Or a baptism.
One of the two.
Yeah.
Quinceañera.
Yeah. I mean, no, not a quinceañera.
It's got to be its own thing, right?
Yeah, that's the only thing you could do with that.
Yeah.
But that was it. That was fun. And then Sunday went with Jesus and Sarah. We went to the Hash Kitchen. It's this new place up by where the HEB is up on the north side of Fort Worth.
Oh, okay.
Hash Kitchen.
It is the best brunch spot in Fort Worth, hands down. The food was at fire. The drinks were great. Like, it was this $32 mimosa, but it was a full bottle of champagne, and they just give you this single glass. And so we split that, and it was $5 shots. It was crazy because Ariana and Eddie, and then his cousin, like their whole family were there, and so we were like sending them shots and they're sending us shots. It was like, I felt like we were in Vegas, but we're in North Fort Worth. They had a DJ, like the whole place was nuts. Like it's a really cool brunch spot. Highly recommend.
Teresa ain't too happy because she said you had brunch.
I got a message as soon as I posted some stuff. She's like, thanks for the invite. And she wasn't the only one.
I feel like North Fort Worth's trying to show up, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't think about going to North Fort Worth for other than the Portillo's,
I used to live in North Fort Worth.
Yeah.
And no.
No, yeah. Everything's here.
Yes, definitely.
But they've got HEB now, and they got the truck yard, and they got
Yeah.
this place that's absolutely amazing. And then we went over to Rabbit Hole and hung out there for a few hours, and then that was it. It was a great Sunday.
You know what? I did do one other thing. Tammy hit up Jesse, was like, hey, do you want to go to McFly's? So we went to McFly's Saturday night.
After
we were, and dude, I'm gonna tell you, I had to push Jesse to do it because I was like, look, Tammy's asking you to go.
Yeah.
If someone's asking you to go, let's just because once she gets settled in, she doesn't want to leave. I was like, just put your jeans back on. Let's just go. And so we did, and we ended up staying. Dude,
It's all of 5 minutes away.
I know, and we it's like right down the road, and we ended up staying till midnight. Yeah.
Wow, nice.
It was actually dude, just go over there and get yourself a butthead. It's a Miller Lite and a shot of whiskey. It's like
$5.
Yeah, $5.
Damn,
That's pretty cheap. You can get a couple of those going, and then we did a few shots. Got wild, man.
Kevin, what's your drink of choice?
Tequila.
Tequila?
Reposado tequila.
Okay. Yeah. It's some good shit.
Definitely.
Just like any beers or anything like that? Or just I'm just going to have tequila on the rocks. That's it.
Not even on the rocks, just neat.
Just tequila. Okay.
Yeah. Bottle, cup, face.
Nice.
Just
Are you shitting it or are you sipping it?
It just depends, man. Like,
on what
you know,
tequila,
like if I want to
The mood.
Yeah. if it's party vibes, which, you know, I don't do too often, old people, then you just go for it. But other than that, like, I actually went to Mexico too, speaking of Mexico, and I went to Tequila, like the city of Tequila.
Oh, no shit.
And went on a tour of a distillery there. And while I was there, they taught me how to drink tequila and avoid the burn. And so it's like my cool party trick now. But I also still do it for the purposes of like not wanting to, you know.
How do you avoid the burn?
Yeah, what's the trick?
Air. So long story short, they take like your first sip, like just a little bit of a sip, you switch it around until you start to feel the tingling that, you know, the tequila gives you. And then you swallow that, you blow out. All right. And then you finish whatever shot or whatever, take your next big drink that you want to, exhale again.
Yeah.
Kills the burn.
That makes sense.
All right.
That makes sense.
Never tried that.
I've done that before. Yeah.
So, I mean, it works. Like, I was like, you guys are full of shit. And then when I tried it,
I wonder if it works with like other spirits or if it's just like tequila.
I wasn't
Great
going to drink
question.
tonight, but I might have a shot of tequila just to see if that works. Like,
I was
feel
gonna say,
like
do
that.
you want a shot of tequila or do you want?
I don't think we got reposado though, right? I think it's just like the blanco.
I'll take a Blanco if we're doing the trick.
We gotta try the trick.
Don't tease the
If
man.
we're here, we gotta try the trick.
That's
Fuck
it.
it.
If we're doing
Yeah,
the trick,
yeah.
let's
Fuck
get
it.
it.
We got it's nice whenever we have someone who's being our personal assistant today.
Shouts out to Skylar.
I don't have any shot glasses.
The
Just got those
glasses there.
it's
Yeah,
fine.
this is not his first time in the studio either.
Yeah, it's just wild. You know, we don't normally have someone just like getting us stuff. So it's
Well, he
usually-
was here whenever. Was he here whenever?
Man, look at
who
that.
was it?
J-Boy.
Was it J-Boy?
Jay, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't here for that one.
The Trin guys always got to bring a crew. You know what I mean? Like, bring a
right.
fucking bus. It's like, oh, look, Kevin's here.
Man, listen, you're either down or you're not. Like, we roll deep.
Either you're down or you're out.
All right, so this is gonna be how we're gonna finish the first 30, and then
Yes.
we're gonna head into the episode. So let's go ahead and get this done up. Thank you all for hanging out with us on the first 30. As always, we appreciate you.
I got the chills. I got the chills, dog.
What else?
Skylar wants in too.
Hell yeah, I was about to
Hell
say,
yeah.
there's only 4 up there. What are you doing?
Kiddo, you want one?
For all everybody knows,
Thank you,
she
sir.
is an adult. No, she can't.
All right, so
man.
cheers up, and then we're gonna do.
Okay, all right, so
yeah, walk us through it.
walk us. Oh shit, sorry.
Indeed, you're good. All right, so just tiny little sip,
Okay.
and then you switch it around. You'll feel the burn, and you exhale after that sip, after you swallow it.
All right.
All right. And then whenever you're ready, you take the rest of it or whatever drink you want to after that.
The rest
and
of
then you and then you blow out again. Make sure you really exhale, and then it kills the burn.
All right.
You'll feel it a little bit, obviously, but it's not going to be nearly as like bad.
I forget. Like I don't drink tequila that much. And I forget like how it does have that little makes your tongue go numb a little bit.
Yeah.
So that's what you're looking for.
Well, for me, I feel like
Holy shit! That second one was nothing.
You're welcome.
And that's warm, straight tequila. That was nothing.
Oh, where were we? Where we had? Remember when we were?
Thank you for that.
Yeah, man. Holy! I was going to say a bad word that was very bad. It was about to be the C word. It was really.
That's wild.
Wow.
That's.
Did it work for you?
Yeah, I mean, I get a little bit of heat still. Like,
Yeah.
it's alcohol. I get a little bit of heat going down, but like the mouth burn and all that stuff.
It's
no,
not
bad.
nearly as bad.
Yeah, so the first one you get the burn a little bit, you still taste it, and it's there a little bit because it's just a little sip. But then the second one, nothing.
I feel like
Nothing.
I feel like that first sip's just kind of like preloading your mouth.
It
right?
is.
Basically,
Wait, hold on.
basically.
Pause.
Tim knows all about.
Hold on.
Resume.
You know, preload. Preload,
I think
right?
we call it preemies. Oh, nope. Okay, all right.
Okay, well,
That's,
let's just
About that time.
Woo!
Get in here. We got to start the show.
Oh, my belly's warm.
Oh, hello everyone, and welcome to the Funky Panther, coming to you from Fort Worth, Texas. We have got a hell of a show for you here on episode 177. We have got Kevin here with us. You want to say hey?
What's good, people?
We are already having a good time here on the first 30. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Let's get into it. I'm Chad.
I'm Javier.
And I'm Tim.
And we are.
the Funky Panther!
I'm not gonna lie, I feel left out.
God
that
damn
was
it!
really
See,
cool.
like I
No
wanted
That was really cool.
I wanted to ask. This is deja vu. When did this happen?
Listen,
With
170
Peter?
episodes we made it, and no one wanted to do it with us because they're like, cool, whatever, fuck you guys. And then starting around 170, people are like, well, I want to do it. I want to do it. Listen, we'll get you included on the end. Does that work?
I appreciate
All
that.
right, we're gonna do it again at the end, and you'll be numero 4, and then we'll yell Funky Panther. That work?
Yeah, let's get it.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
But it's crazy that here the past, like you said, about a month and a half.
You're the third one in the month and a half that have brought it up. Like, we're leaving people out. That was not the intention.
Well, Peter,
We just don't want to make you do something you don't want to do.
I don't know. It felt kind of personal.
Mother.
you hating ass motherfucker.
You did this to me.
So again, if you saw us on YouTube for the first 30, which you can go find us and all of our videos on YouTube at the Funky Panther, we shot the shit, caught up, see what everyone's been up to this past week, caught up with Kevin already, learned a lot about him just in the first 30. So you're going to have to go to YouTube to see that.
It's a YouTube exclusive, baby. YouTube exclusive.
YouTube exclusive, baby.
I like that.
And we also learned a tequila trick, which, again, you're going to have to go back to the first 30 to learn it. But, we didn't even have to, there was no burn to the tequila.
Yeah.
He thought it's a sweet trick.
They, my sister and her boyfriend are like, no, Javier still felt it. He felt that burn.
You can see with your
They
face.
say your face. I'm like, fucking sell me out, god damn it. But yeah, that was, I'll drink tequila
I
all
think you
day.
got to try it again. I don't think you did it right.
Nope.
You gotta get reps up, man. You gotta get your shots up.
If I do it, you got to do it too. Oh, man.
Awesome. Well, I know we've mentioned it before, but we've been trying to get you on for like 3 years now. We've talked about it. We see each other out. We'll see each other at events or shows or whatever, or your shows. Like, man, we got to get you on, and then it hasn't happened. And so finally, we got you here. Pretty
Yeah.
excited about it.
Even
man.
like you talked about when you first met Chad. I think I first met you at the at that 817 day show.
Was it Avery's?
No, it was not the 817. This past 817. You weren't at this 817 day. The one before that.
Where y'all did the show. I was out of town. That one?
No,
No,
it
I
was
wasn't at
at
that
the
one either.
actual. Because you were. Was it 2 years ago?
It
Not
have,
performing. Not performing.
Yeah,
You
it
were
would have
just
had to
there.
have been at least 2, if not 3 years
Yeah,
ago. With this
yeah.
one.
Because that's and then Teresa was saying that I was. You don't remember me at the after party for Lou. The last
You
week
don't
it
remember
was-
you at the
Hell
after
no.
party for Lou, bro.
Bro,
like
I-
you didn't even know you were there.
You got up on stage and danced.
Hell yeah, I did.
Crazy.
Dance like a fool.
Let's see it.
It's gonna be like
what you got.
DJ Khaled, just dancing like an
I
idiot.
don't even think you remember how you danced.
I think I kind of do.
Nah.
No, I don't. I think I was swag surfing. I
You
think
took your clothes off.
at one point.
Are we talking real swag surfing or Taylor Swift swag surfing?
Oh, what the hell's
Oh,
Taylor
that's a
Swift
thing?
says?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh no!
So while you guys are on YouTube, go check out Taylor Swift swag surfing.
After the
Leave
show,
right
It's
now.
awful.
I was doing
oh
the-
my gosh!
Go come back, put it in the chat.
watched it, regret it all the way through. But I think that was the first time I met you. I don't remember much about that after party, but yeah, I remember meeting you because we were about to leave, and I think y'all were just sitting down.
That's a great
And
story.
I'd never.
Javier.
I'm sorry, I was
This
just
is
thinking
getting
about.
better. I feel.
That's the story of my life. I feel like every time they're like, "Oh, tell me the story," and I tell them, they're like, "Why'd you tell me that story?"
I wish I didn't
As
ask.
I wasted 5 minutes telling you about how we met. Okay, but I'm glad to have met you. It's really cool. Finally, again, I saw you again over there at the.
For those of you who don't know, if I don't cut him off, he'll just
I'm
never
just
cut
gonna
off.
keep going.
For those of you who don't know,
It's that little tism that I got. It's just
Kevin Tyrone is a phenomenal musician here in the Fort Worth area. He's got his recent EP from last year, early this year already, right?
From April.
April.
The end of
Okay.
April.
And then you've already been on like other people's songs. You got one with Lou recently, right? Which is awesome. Which I think y'all been sitting on that one for a minute, right? Like, wasn't that one in the hopper for a long
We've
time?
been holding on to that one, but I mean, the timing was perfect on that one for sure.
Yeah. So for was God bold at one point? Now Kevin Tyrone. Tell us a little bit about yourself, man.
Yeah, so I am a vocalist
yes, you are.
and a writer, and a storyteller, like in the greatest sense. I tell people all the time, like, music is just a hobby I happen to be really great at. So I love singing, I love performing. I hate the build up to everything, like the whole having to go through the experiences to make the good music, that sucks. But overall, like being able to tell really great stories that, you know, have some personal touch to them is beautiful, man. So like, you know, when it comes to the EP that I just dropped, it's called the Amnesia EP. And with that one, it was like, I've been through some pretty crappy relationships, and I would say 99.99 repeating % of the time, I'm the bad guy. And I know it's not something to gloat about, but it makes for some hella stories. So, you know, I'm just lucky enough to be able to have the talent to, you know, put pen to paper and then vocals to track and make some real magic, you know.
Is that what the Amnesia is all about? It's just kind of that over and over again?
So Amnesia literally is just me wanting to forget it all. You know?
Okay.
It's like I wish I had amnesia. So it's self-induced amnesia where I just want to forget everything and sing it, get it out of my head, and keep moving. But that's not the way the world works, right?
Gotcha. Nice.
Real quick on group chat. Let's go, Kev. Watching all the way from Florida. Old TZ Harris.
Yo, my guy TZ.
Hey, what's
Half
up?
of Ty Famous. What's up, brother?
Hey. Oh, so you did a song with recently too, right?
Yeah,
Like,
with Ty Famous, with my guy TZ there and Ye, the Flamigo.
Is it the one that just came out
recently.
recently?
Yep, they dropped a tape as well, and it is fire. The track is on there. I'm the only feature, so I'm proud of that. Shouts out to the guys for putting me on, but the song is called Better as Strangers, so
It's a great one.
Go check that out.
I didn't realize there was 2 guys there, but that makes more sense now because I was listening to it in the car and I didn't actually get to see like who was featured, and so it makes sense. There's 2 of them.
Yep, it's 2 guys.
Okay, all right, yeah, it was a great song.
It's fire, and I'm glad that they let me be part of that. I'm really excited about this feature run I've been on. I'm like, give me more. Feed me. You know?
100%.
It's nice to, you know, like when I go into project mode, it's kind of dark. So having to like really focus in and put myself in that space mentally and sometimes emotionally from where I'm writing from is just like a really shitty season sometimes. But the art is beautiful that comes out on the other end. Being able to do features is just like I can tap into it briefly.
Right.
And then pop back out and I'm like, okay, I'm Kevin, I'm good, you know, and let it ride. So it's nice to be able to do things and flex and, you know, like see other people's vision to fruition. So, yeah.
So how does that work with being on, you know, being featured on someone's song? Do they come to you with an idea like it's already kind of like half baked and they're like, hey, this is kind of the idea or concept, or they usually just let you run with whatever you want to do to kind of go along with it?
It really depends on who it is.
Yeah.
Like these guys, my Ty Famous guys from Florida, they're like, hey, just do you on the track. There's an open space here. We had somebody that, you know, was trying to give us ideas and it sucked. So it's like, we need to call Kevin, like do something here. And so they just give me free reign and they trust that I'll be able to bring an element to the song that's just going to make it pop even more.
Yeah.
You know, usually people bring me great songs and whenever they want to feature and I just try to not fuck it up, you know?
Yeah.
But, yeah, so when it comes to like people like Lou, 50 First Dates, Lou had the whole concept and everything, and he actually wanted to give me the song. He wanted it to be my song initially. And I was like, bro, you don't need me to take over this. I'll sing the hook for you because you're my guy. And I think that's the only thing that's going to really bring anything to this song because the song is great. Like, you sound great on it. It seems personal. Like, it's a fire song. Let me just sing the hook, and I'll be a feature for you. So, yeah, that was it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And it's cool that you're able to have those relationships already to kind of like build from that. And still, like, you had got your own EP and then have these others that you're working on too. It's just, yeah, you seem busy.
Definitely busy. Pulled in a bunch of different directions. But, I mean, I love it, man. I've been obviously singing my whole life. That's something you don't just like randomly pick up. But been singing and writing since I was really young, like teenager. And then decided that I needed to really pursue something else because I was just, you know, in the hubbub of daily life, you know, taking care of my family and working and providing and all those things you're supposed to do. And I just wasn't doing anything for myself. So I took a chance and was like, hey, I'm going to take this singing thing seriously. And boom, COVID. So I didn't actually get to perform any of my stuff until 2021. And that's when we met because we met at Tulips because I had this show with Junior. Shouts out to my guy.
Yep.
And the Texas Takeover, we did that show. and then we just kind of like took off from there. Ended up doing South by, ended up doing a whole bunch of really cool things where I made some solid connections, like with here Fort Worth, Amplify 817 with the library. You guys, like, man, it's been a cool ride over these past couple of years.
So what kind of stuff, like growing up, you said that you've been, listening to or writing since you were young. What were you listening to that like kind of inspired you, or like, what would you sing when you were in the car?
Yeah, so I am a big R&B head.
No way.
Right, go figure. But also, my favorite genre of music is actually like 90s grunge. So, I mean, you can kind of hear it whenever I sing. Like, there's some growl in there. There's some like dark stuff. There's also like some nice runs that are R&B style. So when it comes to music, like my musical influences, obviously Usher, like, come on, it gets no better than that. The Weeknd is another one of those that's just like, they just make incredible art. They can do so many really cool things with their voices. I have some folks that like I know personally, like some family and friends that are really talented vocalists, and listen to their stuff as well. But primarily, like, this is gonna sound super cocky, but I don't give a fuck. If I'm
And that's already cocky.
if I'm like in the car, like listening to music, 9 times out of 10, I'm listening to myself or listening to an instrumental, because I always want to like perfect my craft or fall in love with my stuff before I put it out to somebody else.
I was going to ask, also, you bring that up. So do you pick the instrumental first before you start working on the lyrics, or do you kind of build the lyrics around that track?
So I had a really bad habit of making my lyrics and my voice fit a track. So I would find something on YouTube, or I would find like from a beat store or something along those lines. But I was really restricting what I can do vocally by picking a beat and trying to stay on that beat and make it fit that instead of letting it fit me. And so when I actually partnered with the Trend folks, and Roan specifically, engineered mastermind, he's like, okay, just sing it. Sing over this beat, whatever it is, and then he will just start crafting instrumentals
Start tweaking it.
around my vocals. And the first time that he did that was with my song Silent. So that song Silent, literally Roan made that beat. But I had done that song to a different beat before, and he was like, let me just take the vocals and play with it. So now at this point, I usually don't find instrumentals and try to fit to it.
Yeah.
They're custom for the most part.
I do love Feel It in the Air, though. That one, like,
Thank you, sir.
it reminds me of, who did the first one? Was it
Phil Collins.
Was that Phil Collins?
In the Air Tonight, yeah.
Yeah. So Phil Collins, and then people sampled it like crazy. I want to say it was like Beanie Siegel.
It was Beanie
sampled
Siegel,
it once.
I'm going to say I think the best one was Mike Tyson, though.
Shouts out to The Hangover, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So Feel It in the Air, man. It's to explain the project as a whole. The majority of it, I'm actually talking to myself. So I'm not talking about somebody specifically. I'm not talking to somebody specifically. I'm talking to myself mostly. So I'm really having these reflective inner thoughts that you just get to hear out loud. So Feel It in the Air is actually literally me talking, like the new current me talking to the old me, and that battle between the two of who's going to take over. So that's what Feel It in the Air is really about. It comes off as a double entendre where it sounds like I'm singing to a lady, about the ups and downs, trials and tribulations of our interaction, but I'm really just singing to the old me.
I have to listen to it again with that mindset, because I thought it was to someone else for sure.
That's the beauty of it, man. It's art. It's subjective. I love when people have their own connotation of what I do.
Yeah, I you mentioned The Weeknd. I feel like my favorite albums, and I've talked about it on the show before, of all time, was like House of Balloons, early Weeknd, right?
Yeah.
Whenever he was still just like doing clubs in Toronto and shit like that. Really kind of like, I don't know, it's not, I still like his music now, but it's a lot more poppy now, right? Like that old stuff. And I feel like your new EP is very much that sound, right? And I love that.
It's
I absolutely
alternative
love it.
R&B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now I know.
Absolutely. Alternative R&B. That's really the vein that I've been trying to like press into, it's been challenging, but also really rewarding. And it's also been, some of the best music in my opinion that I put out. Like, I had some good songs under the Gobbo music label, but when I switched over and changed my mindset after rebranding to Kevin Tyrone, it was really being authentically me, open, transparent. This is the music that came out of it.
Yeah.
And so it's just, I want to incorporate that edge. I want to say what's on my chest. I want to, make a song called "Bitches Love Social" and like, and sing it and be like, do something about it, So this has been like the greatest season of music for me, man.
Hell yeah.
Now, you spoke on '90s grunge, and that's a favorite genre of myself.
Yeah,
so
man.
what's some artists that influenced you from that side of things? Like,
So huge Dave Grohl fan, man.
Okay.
So whether it been like him just drumming his ass off in Nirvana, or when he took the reins and did the whole Foo Fighters thing, like that was dope. 9 Inch Nails fan. I love.
dude, Trent Reznor's he's a brilliant mind.
Yes.
I mean, spanning from everything from like that techno grunge kind of crossover to, I mean, making full on scores for movies and.
I feel like that dude could have
it's
sang
crazy.
R&B and it would have been crazy too.
Oh yeah, well, for sure. Have you seen his early? Like, I'm talking pre 9 Inch Nails. He
No.
was like in like a new wave pop band.
I wouldn't put it past him
Yeah.
by any means.
Really?
Yeah, it's wild. You watch it and you're just like, and you can hear it. You can catch, like, it sounds like Trent singing, but it's
Right.
like, this is not, it's not 9 Inch Nails. I got really, like, that's always been my favorite, but talking about, like, Dave Grohl, he's talked about some of his beats and his influences, right? And his influence was like freaking 70s disco,
Like Gab Band.
Yeah.
and
The
then
beats
now
and stuff.
that I go back and listen to like some of his drum beats and stuff, I'm like,
You can hear the
holy
licks.
Crap,
Yep.
this is straight up disco on grunge.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's crazy how like universal music actually is,
Yeah.
It's like we're really genreless if we think about it. It's just people want to put a label on everything so bad to
Yeah.
make it palatable for them.
100%.
Oh God, yeah, that's 100% on
music
point.
and non-music, just in general in our lives, it's got to be like a label, and I like that. That's beautiful. That it's not.
Right. I just want to make good music, man. Just want to create art and have people, have it be applicable to somebody. Like I've said this since I started making music and taking it serious. I want to be part of making someone's favorite song. So whether it's my song, a record I'm a part of, something I wrote, something I helped compose, it doesn't matter. Like, just I want to put beautiful art out there that people really like can vibe with,
Yeah, for sure. So I haven't seen you perform in a while. When's the last time you performed, man? Like live?
March. Yeah, in March we had a in-studio performance for Ernie.
Okay,
Yeah.
It was
That's
a live recording for Ernie and myself, Chandler Cooper, and Junior. Actually, we were all part of that bill, and we got some nice footage out of that. And it was a real intimate setting, like at the Trend Studios.
Right.
We just had some seating and stuff, and it was a vibe, man. It was so cool, and it was good to be able to perform Kevin Tyrone music in front of other people, and then since then,
Was that the first time after like the going from Godbold music to that?
yeah, that was it.
Okay, nice.
That was the first time, so that was different, man. Like, because even my stage presence, energy, everything like that, like I have to really hone in on it. Because when I did Godbold music, it was like, let me set the mood. So I had my candles and my house plants and fucking couch on stage. Like that was the vibe, because that was the vibe that I was trying to bring. Now it's really like, I just want you to hear me and feel me. I want to convey my emotion through the microphone. So just trying to stand there and command the stage.
Nice. Love it. When are you performing next?
That's a great question, Skylar. When am I performing next? Nah, I'm sure there's some things coming. Honestly, like I've been in talks with some folks like out here and then also in Dallas. I want to do some things outside of this city, and I know there's some talks of that. Got some connections in some other close Texas cities that mum's the word on that, but hopefully this summer do some weekend ragers. Apparently, I'm getting word that July is the next time that you will see me on stage.
Nice.
There it
Okay.
is. So July, which should coincide with hopefully the next single.
Very cool. So yeah, tell us about that. What's the new music coming out?
Yeah. So to throw people into a tailspin, you know how they have on Instagram where they have the little white cube thing and it says like artists leak your song or like post a picture of you from blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
So I put a snippet of the single, the next one up. And when I tell you the like side eye emojis and like the number of messages and likes and comments and all stuff that I got from that, I can already tell you the reception is going to be wild. And I don't want to say too much. I'll talk to you guys afterwards about it, but I want you guys to be included in that rollout because the song is actually a very up-tempo, like actually almost poppy song, but it's about that night that we went to that weird-ass cyberpunk show. Do you remember that?
Oh, man.
So it's about that night because it was the night that I actually met somebody there.
Yeah.
And it went terribly when I met her. It was fucking awful. Like, awful. Long story short, like, she basically, like, ran away from me.
Wow.
Because, like, I was trying to, like, approach her and wanted to, like I had seen her before, but I also seen her that night. And so I wanted to approach and, like, introduce myself and whatever, because she's fucking hot. And then...
Let's be real.
so the way that I did it was just, like, in hindsight was so awkward because we were outside in the parking lot. And it's, like, over there at Old Mass, which, like, that it's dark in that parking lot.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So... she was like, "Hey, don't ever approach anybody in a dark parking lot like that ever again." But yeah, that was a whole thing in itself. But anyway, so it was about like that night inside, seeing her there, and like wanting to like holler at her. Long story short,
Yeah.
But we were all there,
Yeah.
and because we were there, I'm like, man, how dope would that be to like have you guys included into that vibe?
That's
just
wild.
to recreate that. So stay tuned because
Yeah, for sure.
Kevin Tyrone featuring the Funky Panther.
That sounds pretty hilarious. Well, but that was because how many cyberpunk shows did they have?
I don't know. I remember that one. And I know Lou was there, and I was drinking a little heavy, and I was just talking way more shit than I probably should have. I should have just been like accepting and just enjoying.
Nah, fuck that. We were so confused. Like we were so confused by what we were seeing on stage. I swear. Like I looked at Chad. Chad looked at me, and he was like, "Dude, what is this?" I don't know.
Those are some of the best nights, though.
I have no idea what this is, but we were drinking and having a good time. It was like good energy, and you could just tell that we were like the old dudes in the room that had no idea what we were watching in front of us, and so that made for a hilarious story.
Yeah, okay.
Little did you know, but you just set me up for a great segue.
Uh-oh.
All right, so talking about things that you not expect to see, right? Have you heard
a grown naked man in front of you?
Have you heard of the World Freak Fight League?
No.
So it's this MMA league that they.
This is your segue?
Yeah. So talking about
weird shit, man.
Weird shit, right? So talking about like weird shit. It's an MMA league where they will do these weird exhibition fights, right? So they put up former strongman of the world Eddie Hall against two TikTok stars. These brothers.
I saw the clip of them facing off and like pushing each other. I didn't know that was a real thing.
Oh no, it's a real thing. So Eddie Hall is like
former world's strongest man.
Yeah, the Mountain from Game of Thrones. Thor, not the same guy, but Thor. They're the same size.
Okay.
These two guys are the same size. In fact, Thor and Eddie Hall have fought each other in boxing. They pit this guy up against two TikTok guys, the Nefetti brothers. They're these two Polish kids, and had their debut. And I'm gonna tell you, like
that guy is massive,
dude. He is massive.
Look at this dude.
Compared to the other, the other two, this guy is huge, right? And so for the first like 2 rounds, they were just running around. They would kind of like it's like you go up to like your big brother and you like poke him a little bit and you take off. That's what it was like. They were trying to like poke the bear a little bit, get him going. Whenever I tell you that was one of the most brutal takedowns I've ever watched. He suplexes one of them. And then hits another one, and then the guy that got suplexed comes up, and he just like bops him on the head and lights out, and that's it. It was the most like it was a 2v1, and I've seen more of these fights coming up where these 2v1 fights. I saw one. This guy was like dressed in like old school, like he looked like an old school boxer. He's had a white button-up shirt, had like the suspenders on, mustache, beard, and just going to town on like they got. Two guys coming. It's like old school bar fights. I want to go and watch one of those in real life.
Okay, so let me ask. Let's go around the table and see who would your 2v1 be. Start with you, Javier. Like
2v1.
If you could see anyone fight 2v1, who would the 2v1 be?
It'd be Cain Velasquez versus those two fucking island boys.
Hell yeah, fuck those guys,
bro. I fucking hate those motherfuckers,
guys.
man.
Yeah.
I've never or. it'd be one of them Island Boys and that Jack Doherty kid who always has that big motherfucking bodyguard with him, so he fucks around with people, and his bodyguard, like, you know, he's there, right? I'd like to see them, like, get fucking put up against the wall and, you know, jailhouse shit, you know?
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. They get tore up.
Yeah.
Those kids are so dumb.
Those Island Boys are... Bro, they kiss each other
they
for
get
money.
smoked. Yeah.
I saw something recently that one of the guys threw his brother under the
Hell
bus,
no.
and like he
Bro.
went to jail for the other brother. Like I don't know what happened.
Look, I'll say this. We've had a conversation, and we can't really talk about it because it's good here.
Right.
You know, but for like $100,000.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
It's
I
like,
gotcha.
you know, would you like a soda for like $100,000? And we're like, you know what? It's $100,000. So I got to pay bills, you know, clear my credit up, whatever.
Crazy.
But
Break it down to 1,000. Bro, still gonna be a yes.
those Island Boys, bro,
Yeah.
I love to see them get fucked up. I love to see them get fucked up.
All right, Kevin, 2v1. Who's your go?
Somebody huge against the fucking Paul brothers. Like,
You stole my
I want
two.
to see those dudes get wrecked. I actually want to see them fight each other. Like, supposedly that was going to be
That
the
was.
replacement for Mike Tyson. Was going to be Logan, and I want to see that.
It's not now though. They announced it I think today or
November,
yesterday.
they
just rescheduled.
Well, that one moved, but there's still gonna be a July fight, and they picked a guy that I don't know a bunch of MMA guys, but I think it's an MMA guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't see that. I'm a big combat sports fan. Like,
Yeah.
like been training for decades now. Like,
Really?
Yeah.
Like what? Like what?
Like
what's
just
your?
mixed
kick-
martial or
Yeah, kickboxing, boxing. Boxing is actually my specialty. I actually train boxing too.
All
I train other
Damn.
people.
So you need to get with Minicon then, so that way, you know,
Yeah,
you can
definitely.
get on one of them cards.
First of all, Minicon, we got to do a track. Let's start there, and then
Yeah.
secondly, which is a lot closer than what we could, we could probably really figure that shit out. Honestly,
Yeah.
he was just here.
He was in the studio not too long ago, right?
He was just here. So yeah, Minicon, we need to tap in, brother.
Hey, you know what? Also, we got to get up with that too because he said that he was gonna hook us up with
Oh,
what
yeah,
was
yep,
that?
yep. Do we need to talk about that?
the porn star.
Yeah.
Not,
You know what?
Not
Actually,
that,
put
not
Minicon
that.
against the Paul brothers. There you go.
Yeah, that'd be that.
That
Oh,
one.
no.
That's the wave.
Those guys are pretty decent. I mean, as well.
Logan, not even know.
I know Minicon's great, but like,
Like
He's a big dude.
He is a big dude. He's a big motherfucker.
I could see it.
I mean,
It
Yeah,
sounds-
I didn't realize how big Minicon was until he walked into the house, and I was like,
yeah, he's
"That's a big dude, man."
he's tall, big dude.
No, I want to see like I'm sitting here thinking like the Paul brothers would be just fun to watch get smacked around, right? The Paul brothers versus a bear.
There it is.
I think that's good, right? I think that's
Like
good.
I mean,
That's
a
a good
bear,
one.
like a
like a real
an
bear,
actual
like
bear.
a
Oh,
grizzly.
okay. I thought I meant like the other kind of bear.
They used to,
Wow.
they used to do that. They had those like exhibition fights where like a dude would go in there and fight a bear.
Yeah,
I think
that was
that's-
like legit old school. Like,
yeah, but I think that's
boxing
some dumb
mustache
shit that the Paul brothers would be involved in.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't know, man. Shaq's a little old now, but it'd be cool to see Shaq just like
Shaq
waylay
versus
on,
Kevin
like,
Hart. And
He's old, but it wouldn't take much for him to put someone down.
No.
You
You
know
know,
what I mean?
like you just pick like two of the small MMA guys.
Yeah.
Just we're talking like featherweight guys, and just watch him just wreak havoc on them or whatever.
Yeah.
Remember when he fought Shane Mosley?
No,
He actually like got down on his knees to like fight him too.
Jeez.
You don't remember that? Shaq fought Sugar Shane Mosley.
No.
Yeah. It was a long time ago, but those two fought like back when Shaq was like Superman Shaq.
yeah, but I'm sitting here thinking like even like at that right, he's on his knees fighting. Dude, that reach has got to be insane.
I mean, it had to be an exhibition, though, right? I mean,
Definitely.
against Sugar Shane.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely. I mean, because like Sugar Shane was still the guy at
Yeah.
that time too, so it wasn't like he was too far removed from being
Right.
like a
he was
champion.
bringing down motherfuckers. Like,
And yeah, him and Shaq fought.
God
Damn. I gotta go
wild.
find that.
That's wild.
That's crazy.
How about you, Chad? Who's your 2v1?
I'm gonna go a little political in this one though. No one else did, but I feel like I would like to see Trump and Biden
Versus who?
together
Oh, fighting one guy?
fighting The Rock. Winner takes the presidency. Like that's what I want to see.
That's just Biden's gonna die in there, man.
They're both gonna die.
Yeah.
Come on. I mean, you're basically just saying, Rock, you want to be president, but I'd still want to see it happen.
Someone
Like
shit
that would be
themselves.
insane. Like they can't fight each other. Like what are they gonna do? Talk shit to each other? Or I mean, that was just gonna be a verbal thing until Rock.
Dude, I
just
think you.
puts
I
him
think
down.
you like scale it up a little bit, and you give them some sort of melee weapon too. because I think The Rock could still take both of them.
100%.
You see, Biden's got a mace out there, and
But I want to see that in a cage, dude. Biden can't lift a mace. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. He's got a mace. He's just like dragging it behind
He's
him.
got like an ice cream sandwich he pulls out of his pocket. It's already melted. And throws it. And
that's what I want to see. That's
Trump's
my 2v1.
looking at the fence they
love
built, and they're like, "Man, this is great."
bro, one of them fights that you're talking about, it was a man versus 2 women. That was
Oh, yeah,
also
yeah,
one
yeah.
of those fights.
Yeah, a man versus 2 women.
There's no way.
I'm
Yeah.
here.
I think they were fucking him up too, right?
Yeah.
I think they were fucking the
I'm
dude
here
up.
for.
I
I'm here
believe
for
it.
this fight league. I think like I love like all the weird like 2v1s. I've always said they need to have a juiced sports league.
Yeah.
Like you straight up bring baseball, corked bats, and on steroids. Have a good time.
Dude, honestly, you could start a 2v1 league and make that actually a thing.
Yeah.
You'll probably get bought out by the MMA by 5 years from
I mean,
now.
that's what the world of freak fights or whatever's done.
Oh, so that's a whole
that's
other
a whole
thing.
that's a whole thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't realize.
But I'm talking like you go straight up like juiced Olympics.
There's a movie on Netflix that's called
Yeah.
like Bionic or something like that, and that's basically what it is. So like, there's a whole separate like league where folks have like
Yeah.
bionic arms or legs or whatever, and they're like long jumpers or
Dude, that's
track
cool
stars.
shit.
Yeah,
I'm here for it.
I could just see like a javelin just like being launched into space with, like
Literally.
fucking bionic
We
arm.
got a bunch of cyborgs out here running around, man.
that's what the movie
wild.
is.
I'm telling you, like,
Shit's fucking wild.
I'm
dude.
here for it, and
crazy.
the time is now. We got AI taking over. Might as well make these crazy, things.
Allen Iverson?
Yeah, I'm
God.
talking like, oh man,
It's got a mean crossover, that one.
You can make AI come up with the fights. Like you get 100 people that are just down, and then you have AI just throw out the wildest things, and they've got to do it.
I want to see maybe like Luka and Kyrie versus Kristoff. Just
Oh,
let
that's
them, let them
bro. He's got bad ankles and he's
I
got
know.
a torn fucking whatever. So
Torn
that'd be
vagina.
just watch them
that
fight,
boy.
you know?
That boy leaking all over the floor.
I'm still blown away like that. Right before they, I guess right before they or when they won the Western Conference Final, Luka should have got a technical foul.
For what?
Like, he flat out looks at the kid in the stands and said, "Who's fucking crying now?" or
Who's
whatever.
crying now, motherfucker?
Yeah.
I think it was again. I think it was an older
Whatever.
man.
Should have got. I originally thought he
Man,
said it
fuck
to
them kids, man.
I originally thought he said it to Snoop, and I was like, "Oh,
Oh, I thought so too.
Oh yeah, because
thought he
kept
was-
showing Snoop, and
that's
I was
right.
like-
I remember that.
I think it was with Bishop
like,
Don
man.
Magic Juan. I
It's
feel
like, this
like
is not good. Don't do that to Snoop."
no.
A second ago we were talking about AI. This week, Apple, they announced their WWDC this year or whatever, and a lot of it was about AI. Did y'all see that thing about Elon Musk?
Dude, it's wild, man.
No, what
because
about
it's-
Elon Musk?
No. So
I saw
apparently
it.
the new iOS is going to have a lot of AI. They call it Apple Intelligence. Well done. Yeah, exactly. But basically AI, like Apple Intelligence, seems like it's mostly powered by ChatGPT. And so a lot of things like ChatGPT is going to be fully incorporated into your phone. Like it's going to like be able to, I think that it'll be a good personal assistant, like basically take over Siri. But Elon's got this like thought of like, yeah, but I already have fears that AI is going to take over the world. So now you're infiltrating people's phones. And so he just went out on X, TikTok, whatever, or not TikTok, Twitter. And he said, if ChatGPT is going to be included in Apple phones, I will not allow any of my employees to have Apple phones in any of my facilities. Also, if you're visiting any of my facilities, you got to put your phone in a Faraday cage or something like that. Like we will not have iPhones if there's going to be ChatGPT integration.
The dude is I mean, because he's terrified about like spying and because that's the whole thing. Like you have corporate AI and stuff. So like Copilot, if I log on to Microsoft Copilot, it's very different because it's not fully integrated into like what it can see on my computer,
Right.
because of who I work with and network wise. But then like your personal is very different. So that's the whole same thing with this. Like it's going to be, I mean, you're talking about targeted at like more so than what it already is.
It can get wild. Like it sounds just like everything, right? It sounds like it'll be really nice at first, but the like what's to come in 2 to 3 years is going to probably be wild.
But Tesla's over here fucking up though. Have you? I mean, with the Cybertruck is probably the biggest debacle they've hit yet.
I mean, dude, so when I was in Florida a week or two ago, I saw nothing but Cybertrucks. I saw purple Cybertrucks,
Yeah.
orange Cybertrucks, all blacked out, flat blacks. That one actually looked pretty nice.
So-
Cybertrucks.
Florida got their Cybertrucks. Texas and California got the allocations primarily, and then they're slowly allocating them out, right? but they're already rusting.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
They had the accelerator pedal, the thing stuck, like the thing slid off the pedal and would get stuck. They've had all these crazy things. The Founders Edition is supposed to come with full self-driving. None of them have full self-driving yet.
I mean, it'll just be an update.
Right, it's going to be an update.
Yeah.
It's going to be updates. So all this stuff. Like Hertz Rental is now selling off all, like they're selling off.
Well, they're selling their 3.
They're selling all their Tesla Model 3s. They're getting rid of them for
$25,000
like
a piece.
cheap.
That's not bad.
That's
No.
not bad at all.
I would take one. That's not too
You
bad.
can get a
Note to
base,
self.
right?
you can get a base Tesla Model 3 with like 30,000 miles on it for like 25,000.
That's nothing. I could take that to work and not have to worry about gas.
Yeah.
So on the chat of AI and Chat GPT, do you feel like with music, it's going to be a time where you're going to be like, hey, make me this instrumental with this, the way, like, you know, it sounds like genuine, that'll go with my lyrics.
He
Absolutely.
does, but it's Roan.
Roan GPT. No, but and to answer your question, absolutely. I have spoken to that with other artists before. Like, I use it in the workplace on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Same.
So,
Same. Yeah, me too.
You know, so I already know that the like major labels and all that stuff are probably already actively using it. Whether
Yeah.
it's like, hey, write me this song, or make me an instrumental, or make me some marketing information, or give me this picture with an idea, like this, like any of that stuff. That shit's already going on. We just don't necessarily know about it because, you know, like they want to keep the ideas to themselves. So, but I like that, you know, things are making it to where you have to say like generate it with AI or
Yes.
something.
Yeah,
to
like
that extent.
Instagram is doing. Yeah.
Have you heard about the latest thing with Adobe? So it goes into the whole AI thing as well. So Adobe just released a couple of things. Adobe's fucked up. So Adobe has now come out and said if you have any of their legacy products that you paid for, like and you haven't updated, they're going to sue you. They have the right to sue you for not updating your stuff and going to their
What?
their subscription model. Okay.
Which you purchased. You already purchased.
So
this
you've
thing.
already
Oh,
purchased,
you're talking
like,
about
I'm
like you
talking
purchased it just like right out.
Like say
a
you
product.
Bought,
Yeah.
you bought Photoshop and all that stuff, right? So you've had that, you've never upgraded it, you just left it at that. You bought this program, and it still works. So they're going to come out and sue you, or they have the right to sue you. So that's number one.
That's crazy.
Number two, their new terms and conditions allow them to have full access to your Creative Cloud in order to and have full rights to everything in there to use to make their AI stuff.
Go figure. That's not surprising.
Right.
because-
So now, can you imagine, like, maybe you work for, like, Ford and you're working on a new ad campaign for a new vehicle or whatever. And now somebody's got that whole, and the AI can access it, and in part of the terms, they can
I
also
could
access
sell it, I'm sure.
Right. So then it gets leaked, right? Because now you got more eyes being able to get involved in there. But the whole fear is that they're going to take like artists, right? So musicians, videographers, things like that, and look at what their workflows are and how they do all their stuff. Create AI to basically do that, to where your job as a creative or marketing, you know, you're actually doing like whatever. Companies won't have to have that. They'll be able to just get Adobe's software and plug in basically what they want and just do it.
Hey, man, it's them.
wild.
It starts with that. And then it works its way on everything else. Like, it works its way on, what do you use, like Fruit Loops? And nobody uses Fruit Loops anymore or whatever. Or like, you know.
I wasn't gonna say it.
Yeah, man, everyone uses Fruit Loops.
Well, you know, they'll just get into your, like, software or whatever you're trying to create. And they're like, oh, well, you know what? We're going to take this little piece right here.
Yeah.
And we're not going to tell you. You know, you're not going to know. So it's coming.
Yeah.
I mean, we're in that time now.
Dude,
Same goes for actors, too.
It's fucking wild. And I mean, like, so you've got, I mean, we start looking at, was it Boston Robotics has got those, like, basically, you know, iRobot things and all that.
Yeah.
And then you throw in, like, some sort of self-learning machine vision AI stuff in there. And next thing we know, we're living in, you know, iRobot. I mean, talk shit about Elon all you want, right? Elon might be onto something.
Yeah, I mean, to some, I think that he goes a little bit overboard because he's just as involved in the AI game as everyone else. So I feel like he goes a little overboard. But yeah, he's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Now, I did see that there was someone who had the Neuralink implanted, like not Elon, not associated with that. He has paralysis and couldn't do whatever, and that shit's crazy.
Yeah.
Like he's sitting there moving the cursor and they're showing it, and he's like, "So is it tracking?" Or he's like, "No, I'm thinking about where I'm."
This is
wanting
the
it."
Elon thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this guy's like straight up like one of the first subjects to get it actually put in, and he's like thinking where the cursor's going, and it's going there.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking wild, man.
There's a movie that can associate with like all of those things. Like when you were talking about the Neuralink thing, Upgrade's another movie that like literally it's the same concept. So like being a movie buff, I wholeheartedly believe that all of that shit literally comes from somewhere. Either like somebody's actively working on it or they experienced it or anything along those lines. You don't have to tell me it was based on a true story. I believe all of that shit. You know? So yeah, 100%. Like hearing that that's a real thing. Upgrade is a real thing. Yeah, I believe it. We're living in those times that, you know, in the movies we would see it be like not too distant future. It'd be like 2035 or something like that in a movie.
Terminator.
You're right. But
10 years out.
I was like, but no shit though. Like, yeah, that's the wave. Like all these things, they're slowly like showing us these things, but all this shit's probably decades. Like it's been going on for decades.
Dude, that movie In Time where, you know, they keep you at a 25 and then they give you a year. After you turn 25, then you have a
Justin
year.
Timberlake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same shit.
I need to watch that one again too.
Bro,
That was a
that's
really good
surprisingly a good fucking movie.
Yeah.
But, you know,
the
it kinda-
concept was really cool.
Yeah, but I think it's kind of going to be leaning towards that. So, I mean.
Right. Like time was the currency. That's
Yeah.
crazy
Mm-hmm.
work. Like your fucking clock was on your arm or whatever. Yeah. No, yes, all of that shit is real. Paying for groceries by literally just like scanning a fucking microchip in you or something.
Yeah.
That shit's
It's a real thing.
coming too.
Look at this.
Like,
This
you
is
know?
the first thing. It's that thing. You're like, oh, you scan your watch and you put your fucking shit. Oh, it's convenient like that. Scan me. It's going to be built in soon.
Yep.
I
Agreed.
mean, it's.
Well, wasn't Whole Foods like Amazon Whole Foods? They were doing just like you put your hand on it or something like
They
that.
still do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can pay with your palm.
That's
Wow.
fucking crazy,
Wow.
man. But, man, that's.
Man, we did some tangents here at the
really
end.
did.
So I did have a question. Talking about Roan, going back to the music real quick before
Yeah.
we go ahead and finish this out. Did he help you with the newest E EP?
Yeah, so Roan was actually a very important piece of that. It was really primarily just he and I.
Okay.
So I had ideas. He challenged me to you know, do those in a fashion I've never done them before.
Yeah.
Challenged me to stretch vocally. You know, you hear on the record like there's like some real like deep like yells like in Amnesia and Charades. Like those things are not things you heard when I was Gobbo music.
Right.
It was real melodic at that point. This stuff is really just like me like expressing and like being vulnerable, even if shit doesn't come out sounding beautiful. Like it's just the real deal. So Roan has always been that guy that's like, hey, like, all right, that was cool. Let's do 17 more takes until it's fucking perfect. And I need that because like as a singer, you know, most people, if you can sing, they're just like amazed that you can sing, even if it's just a little bit. Like I can actually fucking sing. And so Roan's like, all right, cool. If that's the case, go do it. Like I want you to sing. I want you to sing like you've never sang before. And then after we've done 10 takes, you're going to give me the 11th take, and that's the one that we're using. And so, yeah, man, so he was a very important piece of that. And, like, I have never worked with anybody who has challenged me, but also was receptive to anything that any of my ideas that I gave out.
I love
you
that.
know? So, yeah. Shouts out to my guy.
Hell
Do you
yeah.
believe in tough love versus like trying to be like easy with an artist, like telling them what they need to hear, not telling them what they need to hear, but telling them what the truth is? Like,
Absolutely.
do you believe in that?
Absolutely. Another piece of that interaction with Roan is he's like, all right, man, do you want to make music for you or do you want to make music for an audience? Do you want to make music that people are actually going to listen to or you want to just have your buddies listen to your music and like it? You know? And so for me, that was a huge thing because I would tend to overthink. As a creative, I would tend to overthink the stories that I was telling or the way that I would sing something or, you know, trying to do extra runs or anything like that on the track to make it like really pop. And he's like, bro, no, like less is more. Like you got to think about your target audience. And if your target audience is people who don't know you, like you can't do what you know that will only relate to people that know you. You're going to isolate yourself.
So essentially, don't be safe. Don't be safe with what you're trying to put out.
You can't. Like, there's so much shit out there that's really selling right now that, like, it's getting the attention, it's getting the eyes, it's getting the money, that everybody's looking for when it comes to this, the notoriety that folks are looking for. And honestly, like, you can't play it safe anymore. You can't play it safe anymore. You have to be unapologetic. Like, one of my things when it comes to the music that I make now is, as raw as I am in the music, it's like, you can't threaten me with like receipts or whatever, because like my toxic trait is I'll grab a microphone and I'll just sing that shit. It's like, I'm cool with that. You can try to blast me all you want to. I know what I've done. I will be very transparent about what I've done in good, bad, and in between in this world, and I'll fucking sing it on a track and be proud of it, because it's my story. It's my life. These are my stories. These are literal things that I've actually experienced myself.
Very unapologetic.
Oh, absolutely.
You got to have that mindset. Yeah.
Absolutely. So, yeah, man.
That's awesome. Man.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for finally coming on the show. Man, this has been a fun ass time.
Hell yeah,
We
man.
appreciate you.
I'm glad I got to do this, bro. Y'all are my guys, man. We've hung out plenty of times, but being able to hang out in this setting and see you guys do what you do has been great, man. Like, you guys are dope, man. Like,
and
y'all
it ain't over.
kick ass at this.
It ain't over. Big things coming up soon also.
So
yeah.
you've got the single coming out in a month.
Yeah, and then some shows that are going along with that. Stay tuned to the Instagram, and
Where can people find you?
At Kevin Tyrone Music, and Kevin Tyrone Music on all the streaming services, all the platforms. I'm on TikTok, even though I fucking hate social media. Yuck. But man, like, you need it.
Got to do it.
Yeah, it's important.
Yeah.
So Kevin Tyrone Music and at Kevin Tyrone Music on all the streaming
I
services.
feel like we need to chat just a little bit longer because I'm going to do something really. I'm doing something on the fly right now.
Okay.
Let's get it.
So I am working on doing an AI song right now as we speak. So y'all just keep chatting. I've got. I'm going to throw a few things in here, and it's going to be about you.
Let's go.
All right.
So he's been doing this a little bit recently, but never on the fly. So he found something out there.
Freestyle AI.
Is that what it is?
No.
I'm just saying he's freestyling AI right now.
I was like, there's some app that he uses, some web site that he can plug in stuff and put in like what kind of sound, what lyrics, or at least a general idea, concept, and it'll spit out an entire 3 to 4 minute song.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. And so we've had a few episodes where he had one about our buddy Dustin Massey that was on not too long ago. You had one about Doc Rock as well because he came on the show. But yeah, you haven't been doing this for a while. And so now you're just deciding to do it on the fly since we've got musician and talking about AI. You better knock it out.
Yeah, I figured that would be the best way. So I've already got lyrics written. Okay, that was real easy. I found an article from the Fort Worth Weekly talking about meeting Godbold. Sorry, I couldn't find anything with your government name on there. So we're going with
that's good.
We're going with Godbold, and so I'm going to go ahead and I'm just doing a verse chorus. We'll do a verse chorus verse.
Real quick, I want to say something that's going on in the news that I just got from the Huffington Post. It said the Four Tops singer. The Four Tops, the Four Tops, is suing a hospital for allegedly being put in a straitjacket after he told staff he was in the renowned Motown group. So how fucked up is it that you're like with the Four Tops? You're like, I was with the Four Tops, and they're like, that man's crazy. He's not with the Four Tops.
Wow.
Put him in a straitjacket.
They still do straitjackets?
I guess so.
Yeah, that's also wild. That's what I was thinking. Like, bro,
I don't think they
straitjackets?
still do. We do tie people down, though. I mean, I can tell you that.
Is this never mind. I'm not going to get into it. We're not going to get into it.
Okay, so I'm almost done. Almost got it. I've just got to do this little outro here.
It's wild that you talk about that, though, because have you seen, speaking of Elon Musk, that J. Cole went into a Tesla store?
Yes. Oh, man, that was so cringe, dude.
Yeah, and so J. Cole goes into a Tesla store, and he's looking around at a Tesla. J. Cole, he dresses like a rich white man. Like, he he just doesn't give a fuck.
Bumming.
Man.
Yeah.
And so, they thought that he was literally bumming around. And so, the manager of the store and then some other guy trying to poke his chest out was, basically shooing J. fucking Cole out of the Tesla store. And, had security that ended up, going after him, too, or whatever, to make sure that he was leaving. But he's just literally casually looking around at the truck. That man had a backpack on, and I guarantee he probably had bread in that backpack to be able to buy the fucking Cybertruck. And I'm just like, bro, that's... That's the crazy.
Where was
the
this?
craziest concept? I don't even remember where it was.
Well, he lives
Because
in
what store is this?
Where was it? Which
Where?
makes it
You're
even
in
worse.
fucking
That's
New
J.
York,
Cole.
people,
He grew
yeah.
up there.
I mean,
that makes no sense. You see J. Cole, you know it's J. Cole.
I need a style. Let me get a style of music real quick. Godbold, what style of music do you want this song to be in?
Country.
hell yeah.
Do you want like Texas country,
Grunge
just,
country.
Nah, I want bro country.
Bro country.
like you're talking like Florida Georgia Line?
Nah, I'm talking like fucking what's his name? Luke Bryan.
Bryan, so like Red
Jason
Pop
Aldean.
country?
Like give me some of those bro
pop,
country
yeah, okay.
guys.
Pop country, right? Wouldn't that be? I don't know.
Pop country, okay.
Yeah, I mean, how many people work in a Tesla store where like the odds are against him that no one knows who J. Cole is when he walks into the
Bro,
store?
you're
There's
in New
no
York,
way.
man.
Well, so that's the thing, though. There was somebody that was there that was filming the
Yeah,
whole thing,
yeah, uh-huh.
who obviously knew who J. Cole was, but never once did they put their phone down and say, "Hey, yo, that's J. Cole. He's a famous rapper and basketball player and philanthropist. Like all these
Yeah.
things. Like, hey, you should probably let that man look at the truck because you're gonna get a sale out of this." But instead, just like everybody
That's
else,
so
pick their phone
fucking
up
dumb.
and just fucking watch until some shit goes down.
Ridiculous.
That's fucking wild. So it's generated
probably
right now.
he probably done. He's probably like a Drake fan or something like that.
Crazy.
So dumb.
Oh, speaking of which, while he's doing that, how do you feel about that? What do you think about that thing they had going on, which is over? Kendrick won. Do you think Kendrick won?
I think Kendrick washed him.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
legitimately washed Drake, which wasn't going to be a hard task by any
No.
means. Like Kendrick is such a lyricist, but he's also a thinker. Like he is a thinking man's rapper for sure. It's funny, J. Cole bowed out of that competition because he knew he was going to get slaughtered next. So it's like he was like, "Nah, bro, I'm not doing this." Like he decided to keep the peace. But
That's why he was over there trying to buy a Tesla. He's like, I'm just gonna.
All right, so we're gonna cue this up. This is the first time any of us are hearing this. So let me get this going if I can.
I'm excited for this.
I don't.
It's gonna be really good or really bad.
There's not going to be any
There's
in
nothing
between.
In between. Mm-mm.
Oh, I said it was gonna work. It's still.
Son of
man.
a bitch. You got all this build up. All this build up. Just
think-
edging us.
Do you think the record
Here we
label
go.
told Drake like, "Oh, okay, all right, here we go."
Oh shit, it's real.
It's real.
Out of Fort Worth, he's making his way. Godbold's voice is here to stay. R&B and rap in his soul, living his dream, reaching his goal. From Kansas City raised to Fort Worth refined, with music in his heart, he's one of a kind. Breaking barriers, sharing his gift, creating songs that give us a lift.
That was hilarious.
Hang on, it's still got the bridge to go up, and then so it generates two songs. So
Pouring his soul, page by page. Living room love story, soon to be. Godbold's journey for all to see. Godbold's story has just begun. With each note, his heart is one. For the love of music, he's here to share a talent unique beyond compare.
all right, so let's listen to the second generator. So it always generates two songs.
Wow. That
That's
was.
creepy.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
very creepy.
So I just typed in pop country as a style of music, but
Out of Fort Worth, he's making his way.
it's got some Luke Bryan
Godbold's
sound.
voice
So same lyrics.
Same lyrics, yeah.
Okay.
to stay.
It sounds like what's that guy who's the judge on The Voice?
Oh, Kevin. Oh no, Blake Shelton.
Blake Shelton.
That guy.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
sounds like
it's
that.
very Blake Shelton-ish.
Living his dream, reaching his goal.
I mean,
From Kansas City,
You know it's fake though. He didn't mention a dog, whiskey, or pickup truck.
Right.
So you know it's fake.
It's not real country.
well, it's
Yeah.
like it's literally about Godbold. I mean, I could add those lyrics in there, but
That's pretty.
that's kind of neat, man.
on the fly,
but it's also
just-
creepy.
It is creepy. It is creepy. I've got so many different songs on there. I mean, I've got a song about what happens if you eat Taco Bell.
Let's not. Let's just
On the
not.
group chat, TZ says, sounds like country singer Chaz McCoy new hit.
All right, so we're gonna let this song take us out tonight.
All right, man. So everyone can find you on social media.
Yep. At Kevin Tyrone Music. I'm on all the streaming services as well. Anywhere you listen to music, my music is out there. So go check me out, man. The newest EP again is called Amnesia. 4-track, all bangers. Every track is
You
LeBron.
need to go check out the EP. It is
Every
phenomenal.
track is LeBron. Every track.
And he's so humble. It is really a fantastic listen. So please make sure you go check it out. Amnesia, Spotify, Apple Music, all the things.
Everywhere, man.
All right. Well, thanks again, man. We really appreciate you hanging out with us. If you don't already do so, please make sure you also follow us at The Funky Panther. You can follow all of this things at thefunkypanther.com. Also, real quick, we haven't done like an event or a plug or anything like that in a while for ourselves. However, on the 21st of June, we will be hosting another fundraiser and pet adoption over at Panther Island Brewing. This is going to be the second annual pet adoption that we've done. Last year was so successful. We raised a ton of money, got a ton of supplies, had a couple dogs adopted, and to be honest with you, we just got drunk and had a fantastic time. So if you want to have a good time, bring some pet supplies, bring some money, bring a heart, come out to Panther Island Brewing on June 21st.
We got to have live music with songs by Zeus.
Yeah.
Is it going to have the full band, or is it going to be just...
It's just going to be Zeus. So
Zeus,
you're going to
okay.
have the heart and soul of the man himself.
Yeah.
So yeah, $20 gets you a wristband. Half of that goes straight to the charity, and then also you get 3 beers with the wristband. If you bring any pet products, you also get another free beer. So just like it really is in it for you to just come along and bring some shit, but it also is for a good cause. So we won't have an episode next week, right, boys?
No.
Yeah.
We might get some interviews around and just drop a little like 30-minute thing possibly, but
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's going to happen. It might.
So come out to Panther Island Brewing, June 21st, 6 o'clock p.m. We'll be there pretty much all night. Hit us up on social media if you need any additional details. We've been posting a couple things about it too. So, yeah. All right. You ready for the outro? We're going to do the
Also,
name.
he's got some in his hand, this man.
I've got some swag for y'all.
Oh, shit.
So I love bandanas.
Oh, I like bandanas
Like
too.
bandanas are definitely my thing. So it's got my logo on it. Some
Ooh, I like
bandanas,
that.
some free swag for y'all, man.
Hell
so
yeah.
definitely that one
Look
for
at
you.
you.
So take one down, pass it around. There you go.
Yeah, you give me this one.
Yes, you give.
Don't you wipe
first
your
dibs.
I love
There you go.
bandanas
There you
because
go,
I have
sir.
this hair, and I got to...
Appreciate you, man. Thank
Yeah,
you so
bro.
much.
Enjoy. I enjoyed my time with y'all, man. Thank you for this, and thank you for the support, man.
Yeah,
Of course. And we absolutely love you. Thanks for coming on. Stay good, everybody. I'm Chad.
I'm Javier.
I'm Tim.
I'm Kevin.
And we are...
The Funky Panther!
Fucking nailed it. Let's go! Baby, let's get it.